Hello everyone, welcome back to the Marble game. It's been a long time, and I think I figured things out on how everything's going to go from now on. Um, for anyone who's listening to this who has ADHD, they can relate to this. I've had a really bad time trying to get myself to want to work on this stuff. I love game design; it's really fun. It's just the when you're suffering from ADHD and you lose interest or you basically just lose interest in a sense, and it's harder to work on things for more than a few minutes. It got to me for a while, so I was trying to figure out good things I can do to get myself to want to work on it. And I think I figured out what I'm going to do, especially when it comes to recording. I'm only going to record from now on whenever I have something to show. That way I have more than like one thing to show you guys. Because I don't want to be like, I add a tree and then boom, I show you guys that. Because for me, I have to put everything into smaller tasks to be able to work on the game. So um, I'll just wait until those smaller tasks add up into a bigger task. And I think after last night, I think I worked harder than I have on this game, on this little tiny marble game, than I have in months. Because I spent hours just adding details. I actually just like woke up not that long ago. It's about for me. You can see it's a 124. If it does show up on here, uh, so I woke up maybe closer to 12:50, working on this until like 2 to 3 because I had so many good ideas, and yes, it's a black screen to show to hide everything. Like it's literally just a black square I put. I'm gonna delete it once this video's done. Um, but the tutorial level is not done yet. But I will say, on the percentage of how done it is, it's about 85 to 90. I have a little bit more detail that I'm gonna add tonight. Um, Trying to think. On the course, there's a few more things I want to add because it's supposed to be a short course. It's the tutorial. The level one is going to be a little bit longer, and so on and so on. But I did fix a lot of things like the marble. If it moves too fast, it rams through a collision. I fixed it to where it shouldn't do that anymore. If it does, I have a website that I'm using for uh, things like that, so I can focus on it. Uh, and I did add a little bit of cool stuff. So I'm going to show you guys everything that I did, and then the next video will be whenever I, finish the tutorial because I don't have much left to do. Um, so I'll pop that out whenever I can. Um, I figure every now and then do the game design videos because I have a lot of gaming videos that I want to do as well. I haven't gotten to that either because I've been very distracted on if anyone's ever heard of Lost Ark. I've been playing that a lot just to pass the time. So without further ado, let's move into the city. So right here is a giant black square. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see we're in a tunnel, and it does look like a black shadow, but I'm using it as a blinder. You go past the blinder, and you enter into the new tutorial level. Now, you're probably wondering why there's not stuff over there or over there. Well, I figure because the camera can only see so much, I don't have to add so much detail. But the level starts you off in this nice little row of apartments that I put so much color into them to make them look more realistic, and they look so much better than they did. Like I'll pull up a regular apartment building so you guys can see the difference of the pre basic one and then mine. I did change a lot of the colors. I wanted the path to be more metallic-y and reflective, and it looks really nice because you can see the sky now, which is blue. It's still blue, but it is in I think this one's the sunset one. Uh, so The flooring is very metallic blue now. I'm gonna recreate this, but so far I think I like it the way it is. It's like a little divider that's really derpy. I mean, you're never gonna see that, so who cares? But yeah, we're moving on into the area. I need to get a texture for the stop sign. As you can see, I have made a stop sign. Two simple objects: a pole or a cylinder and a I think I used I used two different cylinders, one for the pipe and one for the initial sign. You have a little store area, and this is custom colored. Everything here is custom colored, including the gas station, which I'm gonna add some very small logos or like advertisements right here, so that way you could see, because you're only gonna be able to see this. You're never gonna see anything over here. I'm gonna add one or two lights going down here, because they got the gas station. And then I got all these buildings, as you can see. They're all custom colors. They look so much better than the building colors that the city pack comes with. They also have, this is not one of their colors, the yellow. This is not one of their colors for the lights. I added that myself. It gave it more detail to make it look like not every single light in the room in the office is using the same light bulb, so it's like more realistic. I wanted to try full regular light for this building, and yes, it is very metallic-y. I wanted it to look like that because it kind of reminded me of like a really big bank building. So I made it more metallic to make it look more like it is in the like it is a bank, So the walls here are going to be the parking lots, and these two buildings share this parking lot. Sucks to be them. They have to share. But I'm going to have a few cars parked here, just enough for the camera to see. It's not going to be this entire parking lot. Same with every parking lot here. There's going to be cars in every parking lot whenever I'm done. I got to re-grab the cars. The camera can see about a little bit out here. So what I'm going to do is I have a house object. I'm going to add a few houses to make it look like there's neighborhoods on both sides connecting to this part of the city. Like it's the inner city neighborhoods and stuff. And that should block more of this open area. You can see I fixed the mountains. They look so much better. Like up close, they look kind of eh. But when you really look at the mountains, they look really good. Because like especially far away, it looks very natural. It's literally just the rock texture mixed with the grassy texture to give it like a more rocky substance, I guess you could say. So I'm very proud of that. I did fix a lot of all the ramps. I made them more, small. I made them skinny because I prefer this over the really fat ones. Especially because this just looks like, this looks like the course is just, actually a ramp. And it is shinier and greener. Let you guys look at that for a second. Ugh, my sinuses are acting up. Anyway. So we have all these colored buildings. And then we have the first obstacle, which is the billboard. And yes, the billboard has to look like this because I had to create a hole right here that you're going to hit right here, and you're going to fall down this hole, and it's going to basically stop you because I'm going to have a little bit of things you have to go to get to here, and then you go on to the home free section. But then this is a little Easter egg I made for my cousin and I, because back when we used to play VR chat, we would play as these basic characters, and we'd call them Tom Johnson and John Thompson. They were the best lawyers of all time. Man, I really am having trouble today because of freaking allergies and stuff. Anyway, I made this ad for their law firm because I figured if we're gonna have an advertisement, I want it to be like for a law firm, and it's really obnoxiously giant. Like it's supposed to be bigger than a normal billboard. But when you look at the characters, they kind of fit this world, like this style of graphics, like they kind of fit. So they were perfect for it. So then I wrote, let me get myself ready for this. Got to get myself in the voice. Tom Johnson and John Thompson Law Firm. Hurt in an accident by a 12th dimensional being? Fourth dimensional transport broken? Hippos eating your cabbage? Can't pee against the wind? Here's how we would describe our firm. Law, justice, awesomeness, bounty hunting, guitars. One killer pizza made by John that one time he got a pizza maker, but then literally 12 seconds later some random dude broke into their home and destroyed it by staring at the device, which opened a portal into the 44th dimension filled with deflated basketballs and shoelaces. You really don't want to go there. Anyway, but then again, it was all worth it since that was like the greatest pizza John had ever made in his life. Damn, now I want some pizza. Call our firm at 155-155-1555 or email us at stopeatingmysocks@email.com. We will win and punch them for justice. Call now. I'm very proud of that because I imagine like they're the most boring people on the planet that look exactly like each other. They're not related, but they're the best lawyers of all time. That was the joke. And then there was like there was another character who looked kind of like them, but he wore glasses and he was their arch nemesis because he didn't do anything to them at all. He never did. He just hated them and they hated him. And all he did was like, let's say they're standing like right here on this ledge. He would be hiding right back here, just staring at them. That's all he does. That's his purpose. So yeah, that was the reason I wanted to make them an advertisement because I imagine like they have an advertisement in this city because my goal is to combine everything I've ever worked on gaming and game design into like a multiverse type thing. So hope you guys enjoy a little bit of the humor that I like to do. So yeah, those are custom characters, not the character models, but they're custom characters made by me and my cousin when we were bored one time. Well, technically I created them, but we made them come to life. Anyway, let's move on. So as you can see, the world is a lot more open. There's less buildings because I didn't want to have like 30,000 buildings. You're not going to be able to see much. I am going to play it just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But then, I want to get to it. I did change the color of the ending. It is reflective as well and looks nicer. I wanted this world to be like reflective, like it's using like metal or like windows or something for the floor. Each level is gonna have different flooring and stuff for the levels. Anyway, let's get into the level itself. Oh, hold on. How big is it gonna be? You know what? Wait. What? There we go. Whew. All right. So I made the platform a little bit smaller. But you know this is always going to start the way it is. You do have to keep pushing. I like that idea that you have to keep pushing on the platform because it's basically you're balancing on it, and then you start from here. We're going to test this. If it goes through it, then I'll fix it after I record this video. But if not, let's see what happens. So you come to here. Okay, look, it stops you, and then there's going to be obstacles here that you have to avoid. Like, let's say you have to go around a few things, and you're trying to balance it while, you know, keeping up speed, because when you get to here, it's going to be just open territory. Like, you're going to be able to go as far as you want, because you need to get up speed for this ramp right here, leading into the final area, and into the exit, going into level 1. So, let me get out of it here. So, it may not look like a lot of work, but I can promise you this was hours upon hours upon hours of work. Changing things, retexturing things, readjusting things, making objects myself. scrapping ideas that I didn't like, having to create this, which took a few minutes, redoing the mountain I think 4 times until I settle on this mountain design. I am going to add some stuff right here to block a little bit of the mountain to, block this. I want to block as much of this as possible. So, because you're not going to see any of that, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to block, but let me go back into the game so I can show you exactly what I mean on things I'm going to block. I just wanted to show you guys that the course does work. So we get back into this. It does look so much nicer with all the apartments here, because it looks like we're floating above a city. And like, just imagine cars going by, or if I was good enough for animation, some people walking up and down. Now here, I want to block that, and I want to block that. So I need to have some houses and stuff to all the moments. Like, I'll create housing for each of them. Like, I could put, if I can get these trees I had, they're animated trees, but I can add them right here to make it look like there's some trees at the bottom of the mountain here. I do want to add some buildings. Yeah, hold on, let me get over here. Like, not here, but like from here on. Hold on, let me keep up speed. I'm not going to be able to do that ramp unless I got some speed. Here we go. Wee. So I'm just gonna the last things I'm gonna add is the detail to this spot over here leading on into the exit, which leap. So other than that, let's just say now officially the tutorial is almost complete, because there's only a little bit of detail I need left, which I will complete tonight. I'm going to force myself to do it, even if I don't feel like it. But then I probably won't record until I'm completed. Like I'm completely done, and maybe even started level 1. So I guess look forward for the next video where this is done and we move on to level 1, where I can add in a new mechanic, which I already started thinking of some good ideas. So I guess that's all I have for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I'm not really good on constantly updating or uploading videos, but I think this is a better idea for me to upload anytime I get enough to show off, and not just show, like, let's say like I said, I added one texture to one window and then I show that. No, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm only going to update whenever I have a buttload of detail like I did here. So whenever the next video is, look forward to it, and I look forward to showing you this marble game, which is, I guess, my first solo game that I made, because I've mostly made games with either the help of a professor, or I made a game with a group of people. So until we're done, until the next video is done, like I said, look forward to it, and then I will talk to you all later.